Hello, my name is Iz'Jay, and today I'm going to be talking about Nirenberg, Matthaei, and Leder's experiments. So Nirenberg and Matthaei were the first people to find that specific RNA codes for specific amino acids. And during this time, people were just finding about codons and that they coded for amino acids, but what they wanted to know was which amino acids that these codons coded for. And so for this experiment, they took a poly U, which is just a long string of U's, and they added them to a tube of cell-free extract, 20 amino acids, one of them being radioactive. And the reason for this was so that they would be able to find which protein was radioactive, because it would let them know which amino acid the poly U codes for. And so they incubated it and let it translate, and then they filtered and checked for radioactivity. And they repeated this 20 times because they had 20 amino acids and they had to figure out which one would be the radioactive one. And so what they found was that phenylalanine was the only one that was radioactive, and so UU codes for phenylalanine. They repeated this procedure with poly A poly C, and a poly G, and they found out that AAA codes for lysine, CCC codes for proline, and GGG didn't code at all. It didn't work. So this led up to the triple assay. This was by Nirenberg and another scientist leader, and this triple binding assay is what helped find the rest of the 61 codons. And what they did it a bit differently from the previous experiment. So for this one, they took a trinucleotide and they added it to a tube with ribosomes, 20 tRNAs, and that one radioactive amino acid. And the reason for this was that if the radioactivity, they wanted to see if the radioactive amino acid would bind to the ribosome. And so they allowed for binding, they filtered out the amino acids, and they checked for radioactivity. And what they found was that the trinucleotide codes for radioactive amino acids if the filter paper was radioactive. And so they did this and they identified the 61 codons that we now know today. And that is all. Thank you.